And welcome back, everyone. So today we have a quick little video on an update on the Lori Vallow case. So today, Lori Vallow's attorney, Mr. Means, along with prosecuting attorney Robert Woods, in front of magistrate Michelle Mallard, went over and discussed in brief detail the pending misdemeanor charges. They were read in court of the misdemeanor charges that Lori actually is still facing. Lori decided that on her own that she did not wish to attend today's trial and wanted to stay in her housing pod along with I guess the other inmates in her pod that she has made friends with to this point. But she did not attend. Either way. So they went over the misdemeanor charges that Lori Vallow is currently facing. And those charges are one count of resisting or obstruction of a police officer or officer of the court. It's the same charge. One criminal solicitation to commit a crime, and one charge of contempt of court. All these are misdemeanor charges. And if found guilty on all three charges, she does face a total minimum of 2 years in jail on just these misdemeanor charges and a $15,000 fine. That is the maximum that she could be given for these charges. Again, these have nothing to do with the actual felony charges that her and Chad are facing together, where they were conspirators in the same crimes and charges. So what does this all mean? Well, in a nutshell, these charges are stemming from her lying to the officer who came to the home looking for JJ, and she lied and said that JJ was in Arizona with her friend Melanie Gibbs. And then the second charge then comes where she made the phone call that we've all heard multiple times of her actually trying to convince Melanie Gibbs to lie and say that JJ was with her, take photographs of a bunch of children at a movie theater or video of children at a movie theater to say that JJ was there in the crowd with children at a movie theater. That's where that charge comes in. And then the last misdemeanor charge is her basically thumbing her nose to the state of Idaho and refusing to actually produce JJ. And all this comes from November 26, 2019, where she, just is when the actual crime allegedly started then. If found guilty on all these charges, again, the maximum sentence that she is facing is 2 years in prison and a $15,000 fine plus court costs if she is found guilty on these. And again, these have very little to do with the actual conspiracy charges that she is facing with Chad, but it will add to it and can be used as evidence in that trial if she is found guilty on these. When did they set the court date for these misdemeanor charges to begin? The court date is to start on August 17th, a pre-trial hearing where both attorneys will meet and discuss any pre-trial, anything that may come up that they need to discuss, changes in schedules, evidence, plea bargain agreement, anything will come up in that after that pre-trial meeting on August 17th. The actual trial for these misdemeanor charges is scheduled to start August 30th and go to at least September 3rd. It could go longer depending upon if they don't meet a plea bargain agreement on these charges. It could go longer depending upon how many witnesses each side decide to call. And when it comes to the state of Idaho and Robert Woods prosecuting this case, it's going to be pretty much a slam dunk. I don't know how much of a defense Lori could possibly put up in her defense on this, or what Mr. Means could possibly do, because we already know, and everybody out there has already heard the audio recordings that were brought up for the conspiracy charges and Melanie Gibbs' testimony on the stand pretty much is damning beyond all possibilities of defense, because there's so much of a pile of evidence against her on these three charges. I don't know how she's going to possibly hope to get away from these ones. Again, this was all because of her complete arrogance, and said, you know what, I don't have to do anything, and I can do whatever I want. The same thing she has been doing her entire life, doing whatever Lori Vallow wanted. And here she is. Now she's going to have to start facing the fiddle here in 2021. So, Lori, good luck to you. And to all your supporters out there, good luck to you holding out hope that Lori can get off on these charges, because it's not going to happen. Thank you for joining me today. And everyone have a great and safe week this week. I'll see you soon.